Another movie, another mystery. Welcome to Arkhive. Today I'll be explaining a new movie Dridam released in 2026. A new police officer is assigned to a rural police station, which has a record of being the best police station, with no criminal record. He had no experience, as it was his first posting as an officer. His uncle, who was a higher official in the police, informs him about an old friend of his who works in the same police station. He arrives at the police station and meets his uncle's friend Krishnan, whom he calls Krishneta, and the other officers too. One of the policemen was unable to report that day as his mother was ill. Now meets the highest authority and joins the squad. As there is no inspector in the police station, he, being a sub-inspector, has to do the duty of both. While taking a tour of the area, they decide to meet Bibish, the policeman who was missing, and decides to meet his ailing mother. He was disturbed by the loud, irritating drum noise, which was his wife's ringtone. He then wishes her good luck, and they leave. Next morning he sees the policewoman Vidya training. When he asks, she says that she is black belt in karate. In the evening he is invited for a small get-together, but he denies, saying that he is a teetotaler. He later just checks them. Next day he is approached by a rich merchant who tried to gift him some cash. He denies, informing that he is not interested. He informs the others to not take bribe from people. One morning when a field worker cuts the grass, he finds something and informs the police. When the police arrive, they see a half-decomposed human hand. The inspector asks them to check the surrounding area thoroughly. He also informs them to call the dog squad and the forensic. The dog sweeps the whole area, but couldn't find anything. The heavy rain destroyed all the evidence. Finally, the dog handler calls him out. They find that the dog has dug out a decomposed corpse uphill. The crime scene investigators find that there is no evidence because of the rain. The corpse has aged 4 to 5 days. When he speaks with the doctor, who completed the post-mortem, he comes to know that the corpse is almost a week old. There are bruise marks all over the body. The person was killed by a heavy blow to the head with a heavy rod or stick. It was the corpse of a male, and the approximate age is 30 to 35 years old. The murder becomes a sensation. He is reached out by the supervisor for updates. He tells the police officers to revisit the area again for more information. They thoroughly check the area, but find nothing. They meet Reggie, who owns the property where the dead body was found. But after interrogation, they find nothing. Next day, he is informed about a robbery in a nearby finance office. When he asked Krishnatan about the loss, he says that the robbers stole approximately 125 sovereigns of gold and 50 lakhs in currency. The first person to witness this was the bank manager. The watchman says that when he was smoking a cigarette last night, some people grabbed him from behind and made him unconscious. They check the CCTV footage and find that the watchman was telling the truth. After thorough analysis, they found that the thieves just took away a smaller safe and left the 2 large safes. Inspector says that it is not possible to commit a robbery in such a small time. There must be some other people involved too. They try to recreate the robbery through various scenes. As soon as they come out of the finance, a group of people surround the place, demanding their money. The police assure them that the money will be returned as soon as possible. Before leaving, the inspector sees a person in the crowd who looked a bit suspicious. When they talk to the owners, they say that they have some enemies. When asked specifically, he says that there is a guy, Manoj, who threatened him. His house and property were mortgaged by the bank. He couldn't pay the installments, and they were about to auction his property. That's when he threatened to kill him. They planned to check the CCTV footage of the bank. When he asked 2 contained where they were on duty, they said that they were at a far location called Pukodu. When they go to Manoj's house, his wife informs that he is out of station for some work. He left on the 16th, but didn't say when he'll return. They informed his wife to tell Manoj to visit the police station once he returns. They tell Manoj's wife to identify the body that they found in the forest. They also have doubts on 2 boys who were the sons of Madhu who took his life due to debt. They visit their house to get more information, but the woman doesn't know where her son is. He returns to the police station and tells Vidya to help him with some items. His parents come to meet him and say that Vidya is very beautiful and teases him. When they try to reason with the people who are fighting for their lost gold, a policeman informs him that they found a dead body near the dam. They go to that location. He gets a call from his supervisor, teasing him that the village, which never had any crimes, is now full of issues. Vijay meets the doctor, who informs him that the death is of the same pattern. The skull was fractured with a heavy rod or a stick, and this caused death. The age of the person is 30 to 35, and the death reports are almost same. The person was killed and thrown into water. This means that the same person might have killed them both. When he met his supervisor Alex and gave the updates, he insulted him and said that he is new and inexperienced. He informs his subordinates to be vigilant and keep the night patrolling strong. Krishnetta tells him to be calm, as it might affect his subordinates too. He goes through the CCTV footage again to find any clue that he might have missed. During the night patrol, he gets a call informing them of a person carrying a dead body over the hill. They reach there and start searching. They split ways so that the whole area can be swept. Suddenly, they see a person who had dug a hole in the ground. When Vijay checks inside, he finds a person. He checks the pulse and finds that the person is dead. He also finds some gold ornaments in his pocket. When he stands up, someone hits him on the head with a rod. He finds and falls into the pit. Hearing this noise, Constable Balan runs to check. Someone hits him on the head. The next day, the others informed him of the happenings of last night. They also informed that they found who the dead person was. He was a laborer from a different state. Vijay informs everyone to move to meet the contractor. When they arrive, some people are seen fighting with the contractor for not completing their work on time. The contractor informs Vijay that he had 4 people from the neighboring states to help him. One of the person went missing, and the other 3 went to their native place due to an emergency. Vijay informs him that one of his missing laborer was found dead. He also gets a call from the forensic that the reason for the death of the third person is also due to a blow to his head. They search the house where the 4 laborers stayed. While searching, they find a card with details of gold and the bank name. Krishnetta informs that 3 days before Inspector Vijay's joining, these 4 guys had a quarrel and were brought to the police station. 2 policemen come in and inform them that the 2 bodies they've got are 2 of the 4 workers. They discuss what could have happened. When the owner of the Finance Institute was out with some work, he saw that someone had punctured his car tires. A person in a mask tries to attack him with a knife. He runs and hides. He then informs the police that a person is trying to kill him. He pushes the killer and gets into his car. He then presses his car horn loud and people come running to check. The police arrive. They sweep the nearby area, saying that the killer couldn't have gone far on foot. They find him, and when they open his mask, the guy was Sanish, who had a grudge with him. He was one of the 2 brothers whose father hung himself as he was tortured by the bank. While interrogating, he said that he was taking revenge. They try to pin the bank robbery and murder on him, but he says that he is innocent. He said that he was with a friend for the past few days. Krishnetta says that he got the information that the 4 laborers are from the same area. After some days, the owner of the bank and his manager were called. Inspector Vijay informed them that they had a doubt which needed to be cleared. As per their claims, the robbers stole 125 sovereigns of gold and 50 lakhs rupees. He confirmed this with them. He arranges the same type of locker that was stolen from the bank. He also arranged 50 lakhs of fake currency and 150 sovereigns of gold, the same way they used to keep. However, he tried his best to put it in the locker, but he couldn't. He asked them to try putting it in the locker. The owner and the manager got frightened and said that they lied. Actually, only 80 sovereigns and 10 lakhs were stolen. He gets a call from the other police station regarding the 4 laborers. They informed him that they were suspects in a bank there. They fled before the police could catch them. Manoj, who was suspected of the bank robbery and threat, returned back to his house. He was the one who initially threatened the bank owner and manager. They catch him while escaping. While interrogating, he said that he has a property in his native, and he went there to sell it. But when they checked, his missing date, the death, and the robbery all matched up. They interrogate him again, but he didn't agree to anything. He tells Anand to confirm about the sale. A few days later, They get a call from a goldsmith, who said that he had doubts about a woman who tried selling a heavy golden necklace. When the goldsmith tells the woman to sell the gold in the jewelry, said that they might deduct extra money. She agrees for the money quoted by the goldsmith. He also clicks the picture of the chain and tells her to come back tomorrow. They don't have the picture or the contact information of the lady, but only tell her that she wore a red dress and was about 35. He shares his number so that he can reach out if she returns. Later, the woman went to the nearby pharmacy. The woman at the pharmacy checks with her colleague about her and gets the list of the medication. She checks the medication and finds that it is used for stroke patients or paralyzed people. When they leave, the inspector suddenly gets a call from the goldsmith's son, who arrived later. He says that the woman got a call while she was talking with him. Her ringtone was similar to the beating of drums. He tries to connect everything. Inspector Vijay, in order to clarify, shows him an image of a woman, and he confirmed that it was indeed the same woman. Her name was Anjana. Inspector Vijay goes to the police station and shows Anand a picture. He confirms that it was his wife. He remembers the day he went to meet Anand's sick mother and the ringtone he heard there. Vijay also shows the golden chain to him to confirm if the chain is hers. He says that it's not. He then shouts at him asking how his wife got the stolen gold chain from the bank. He says he doesn't know. He tells him that his wife and the four might have stolen the gold together, and he also knows that he had not done it alone. Anand still answers that he doesn't know. Vijay walks back and drags the other policeman too. He asks Krishnetta who went for patrolling the day the robbery happened. He confirmed that it was Anand and the other guy, Bibish. Vijay says that they didn't go for patrolling that day. They were beside the bank when the robbery happened. While checking the CCTV footage, he finds the reflection of the police vehicle's beacon light in the camera. This means that they were near the bank when the robbery happened. He also confirmed their phone tower location for that day. He tells them that they betrayed him, even though he considered them as family. He exposes their lie, but still they didn't admit their involvement in the robbery. He then threatens to complain to the higher authorities. He tries calling when someone grabs his phone and slams it in the wall. It was the third policeman whom he didn't suspect till now. He then asked Krishnetta to give his phone, but he denies it too. He too was involved in the robbery. This means that all four of them were involved. He tells them what happened. They arrest one of the laborers on suspicion of selling drugs, but he denies it. He tells them that all four of them used to sell drugs, but they ratted him out. In a heated conversation, the police officers kill him. In order to save themselves, they call his other accomplices. They also delete the CCTV footage and ruin the cameras. They came to know that these four had robbed a bank before coming here, so they plan another heist with them. That plan was the bank robbery in their area. The first plan was to bury the dead guy in the overgrown field and recover the body after a week. When the whole village is distracted by this issue, the bank will be robbed. They successfully robbed the bank. Their plan was to settle the laborers with a small share and oust them out of the village, but they wanted 50% of the loot. The police deny this. They now threaten the police that they'll expose their partner's death and the heist to the villagers and media. The police brutally beat them to death, but leave one behind. Krishnetta says that 3 should die and 1 should be missing, so people will believe that 1 killed the others and took off with the loot. They then threw the other body in the dam. They are the one who made a fake call of a man carrying a dead body uphill, and also the ones who hit Vijay on the head. They were also the one who planted the receipt. Vijay asked about the last laborer who was kept alive, but they will never say where the guy is now. Inspector Vijay says that he'll explain everything. While opening the door, someone kicks him. This was the policewoman who was involved in this. Inspector Vijay never imagined that she would be involved too. They decide to kill the inspector, as he wouldn't join them. They have a fierce fight, but ultimately, Vijay overpowers them. Soon the force arrives, and everyone is arrested. The movie is called Dridam, which means determination.